So today in the garden I'm going to be planting up my first proper summer container, and the weather's been really lovely and warm and I'm in the southwest, so I feel quite confident that the plants I'm going to be planting are going to be fine to be left out overnight. But if you live in a more northerly area of the country, just be aware because the nighttime temperatures really can drop quite dramatically until almost the end of May. So when you're planting up any type of container, it's always really good to make sure you've got a plan. And to do that, it's really easy to remember these three words, and that is a thriller, a filler, and a spiller. So the thriller is basically your centerpiece. It's your diva of the arrangement. And I've chosen this rather lovely salvia, mainly because, pollinators absolutely love this plant, and I love to attract pollinators into my small garden. So that's one of the reasons. But another reason is because the buds, when they're not fully open, work really well with this lovely bronze pot here. A thriller can be any kind of dramatic plant. Often you'll find that grasses or phormiums work really well as the centerpiece to a container, but I'm going for flowers this time. Now I absolutely love a petunia in a summer arrangement. They're great value for money because you get loads and loads in a tray, and they keep flowering for you all summer long as you remember to deadhead them. And they also have this lovely compact rounded shape. So as a filler, they're really good, but don't confuse these petunias with Zinnias because then they would be your spillers. So the final part of getting the right arrangement is by using spillers, and they are basically your trailing plants, and they can be foliage, they can be flowering. I'm going to use this absolutely gorgeous Bacopa here. I love Bacopas because they are so dainty, but they just flower and flower and flower, and they will trail all down to the ground if you let them. So that's going to be one of my spillers. Another spiller I'm going to use is this gorgeous silvery Heliochrysum. I love Heliochrysums, and this is a really cute compact variety, and I just think the silvery greeny grey leaves will really complement the rest of the arrangement, especially picking out that slight silvery look to the salvia leaves. And again, this will really trail down, and it's perfect for hanging baskets as well. So a real good doer as well as being really pretty. And I've got a little curveball for my spillers because I'm going to put in some strawberries. Now I love strawberry plants. I think they're pretty in their own right, but these little flowers here are going to be wonderful for pollinators. Having a 6-month-old puppy in a garden that is mainly containers can be quite challenging, so sometimes I like to lift my containers up. I do have quite a small urban garden where a lot of my planting is in pots, and I grow small apple trees, I grow veg in pots, I grow fruit, I grow all sorts of different things. And for me, the key to a good container is using a really good compost. These days I'm using peat-free, and I try to make sure it's one that's specially formulated for tubs and hanging baskets, containers, just so it helps A, retain moisture better, and also B, keeps the nutrition levels up, which can sometimes be an issue with some peat-free. So first thing I'm going to do is add some drainage to stop the compost falling through the hole straight away, and then I'm going to fill up with my potting compost. Fill up your pot really well, and don't forget to firm the compost as you go. Place your thriller plant in the position you want it to be, and then follow this simple trick. A little tip for planting pots in containers is before you actually get them out of the pot, half fill up your container with compost, put your pot in and give it a little twist. Push it in, make sure that you're at the right level so that you can get enough water in without the water coming over the sides, because you really want to make sure you keep your plants hydrated during the summer. And then you're going to top up with more compost with the plant still in its pot before you start to add your other plants. So So now I'm happy with the placement of my thriller. I'm going to start adding in the fillers. Start with your fillers and don't forget to add in more compost as you go around because you don't want any gaps. Once you're happy, pop in your spillers and again make sure you firm them in nicely and cover them up with as much compost as you can squeeze in. The aim is to get a really nice full pot but with a bit of room for growth. So I'm really pleased with this arrangement. It's going to be good for pollinators but also good for me because it's got strawberries. And as the summer kicks in, it will just keep growing, keep flowering as long as I keep deadheading it and keep watering it.